Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Holly. Today I'm going to be doing my February notes page. So I did one of these for January. I will link it down below. So I know there are a lot of Etsy shops that are coming out with like notes page kits and things like that. I think those are awesome. But I want to focus more on using up either leftovers or some kit pieces I won't get to use, things like that, just because I buy a lot of stickers, as you guys know, and I always have a ton of leftovers, and it seems silly to not use those and use it more as a chance to be creative. So I'm going to do that again this month, except for the fact that I haven't used the kit yet. So I have this kit from Jamison Reed Designs that I think I'm going to use next week in my planner, but I'm going to use it in my personal planner. So that means I'm probably not going to use all of this deco, and I will definitely use like things like this, so I won't use any of that, but I might not use all of the half boxes. I definitely won't use all of these ombre or the full box heart checklist. I'll probably use a few of them, so I'll probably take like half of them for this spread and save half of them for my personal spread grid bar. I probably won't be able to use this double box there, and maybe not the bottom washi either, because I do have these thin washi strips here that I could use in the personal instead. So I might save those for my personal planner and then use these here. So I think I'm going to focus on using these, pretty much these 3 sheets. Oh, and the deco sheet as well. I just thought this was such a pretty kit from Jamison Reed Designs that I really, and I love her deco, but I didn't want to not be able to feature some of it because like the personal planner, obviously there's not as much room. So I thought this was like a perfect solution to using up what would be leftovers, but I'm just kind of doing it in reverse. And to go along with that, I have some of my Happy Planner sticker books available. I also picked out a bunch of washi, and I focused on ones that had rose gold. I got a washi set from Michaels fairly recently that included all of these and had like some muted purples and some rose golds and gray. And I thought that could go, I don't know, now that I'm looking at against this kit, I don't know if it's a perfect match. But I liked this coffee one too from Simply Gilded. And then this one actually was from Jamison Reed Designs, the glasses one. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, but I do know I wanna start with, so let me flip this over. I think because these colors go reasonably well, and I just personally don't have enough stuff that I'd want to include in the notes page to cover 2 pages, that I'm just going to leave this as is. I know some people like take sticker paper and just cover up the whole thing to block this out and then use that as well, but I just really don't need that much space. So I'm just going to focus on this half of the page here. And so first up, I think I'm going to take this bottom washi all along the bottom of the page and put this down. And I might layer something kind of over it as well, but I'm gonna layer this first down here. And that looks really pretty already. And then I do have this strip up here that I could kind of put there, and I might do that. But I think I want to layer some washi behind it first, just to cover up this entire band. So now we need to figure out what washi goes well. I don't know about this coffee one. What do we think? I just really like the theme of it being kind of like coffee, cozy. Or we have this ampersand one. This is really pretty, actually. With the ampersand one up here. That's an option. Or we have this simple, this might be a little too geometric. And this one I think is like a little too words. So I think we're gonna go the ampersand one. And I'm just gonna layer this straight across. And the pink will show through in the background a little, but I think that's okay because it actually kind of looks nice with this kit. Maybe making this a little rosier toned. Rip that. And then I'm gonna take this one and kind of put it as a flag over, like, and I'm gonna cut it into a flag here. And that looks really nice. I also wanna use this piece of deco because I just don't think I'll be able to incorporate it into my normal spread. And then I also want to use this tall box. And so the tall box I think could go kind of in this corner. I think what I'm gonna do though is cut out a little bit. I'm still gonna leave some of the pink outline, but I think it just looks too squared off and kind of weird to feature like that. So I'm gonna cut out a little bit of the outline here. Hopefully I do this okay. Yeah, I think that looks really cute. So I'm gonna start with that for now. I might come back and add a little bit more deco. Like I said, maybe either the wreath or this hanging thing, TBD, but let me go ahead and get into what I want to note down for the month. So in terms of tracking for this month, last month I said I was gonna try and maybe write down some memories, and honestly I wasn't that good about that. What I did like having was last month I had really my resolutions for 2017, and I really like having those written down. I also did my social media tracking and I found that very functional, so I'm gonna do that again. And then I was looking at some of the Etsy shop kits kind of for like inspiration of what people do use their monthly spreads to track. And I noticed that one thing people were really doing a lot of was the currently section. So like, what am I currently doing? And I thought that was so cool. And I would love having that to look back on from every month of the year. So I want to do that. I just don't really have any stickers that would work well for that. So I think for that section, I'm going to have to write in stuff. And so I'm going to kind of leave this section for that. And we'll come back to that in a minute. But so I think up here, I am going to do 2 lists. And I think first I'll do, I don't know if I want to do the pink or if I want to do the black. I think I'll do the pink since I already have a lot of the black here. So I'm going to do 2 kind of like pink lists here. And then maybe 1 half box in the middle. And maybe I'll do that in the black just to contrast it a bit. And do that kind of like that. Okay, that works. I'm going to lift these up. I'm just kind of placing them for... And so I think how I'm going to use this is, I think I'm going to have a list on this side that is kind of my focus items for the month. So I already have in my monthly spread, in like my February monthly spread, I already kind of wrote down some to-dos, and I have like, I'll fill in more. But I think I want to use this more as like focus habits for the month, like things I really want to be like working on improving about myself. And then I think I'm going to do a second list over here, and at the end of the month, I'll write down how I did on those. So I think that's a really nice way to just do a little bit of self-reflection here, and just, yeah, basically just be able to make sure I'm tracking progress on like what I want to be making progress on. I think I'm just going to take these little rose-colored days headers. They are in the gold foil, but I think I'm just going to call both of these goals because one will be kind of pre, one will be post. I think I might order some more headers from her so I can use them for this kind of thing. And I'm going to layer them over. I don't want to use this washi because I think I'll use that in my spread. So I think I'm just going to take this strip here and just kind of cut this. Okay, and then I'm going to take these 2. They're so delicate and pretty. I love them. And try and center them in that box and put those there. Really nice. And then for this, I don't really feel like I need anything necessarily, but I think what I'm going to do is take my little... like a little YouTube clapper from GP Sticker Studio, just in the black. And I'll take one of these strips just so it's kind of cohesive here. Put that above this box. And make that just like my little YouTube tracking section. And I think that is not nearly as delicate or cute as the gold headers, so maybe I need to get one that says like social media or YouTube for those, but that works for this month. And I'm just gonna write in like YT and IG so I can remember to mark those numbers down at the end of the month. And I really like that. And now I need to figure out how to do this currently section that I want to do. So I do still kind of want to use this bar like thing. I just don't know how. But let me show you what I'm envisioning. So somehow using this and then like maybe writing on top of it like currently, and then I can write in some things kind of all around here. Let me give this a go. How do I want to do this? So unfortunately, this is going to result in me having to use my handwriting. I'm going to practice first because otherwise it's going to turn out terrible. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to cut a little piece of washi into a flag. And we're going to put this kind of here. Move it up a little. And we're going to do that flag again because you did a bad job the first time. So you want it to be an even flag. Okay. There we go, that's better. And so I'm gonna put this like this. And then I'm gonna try and write in my very best handwriting this month. Oh, I wish I had like a cute way to do that instead of my handwriting, but I don't. So that's gonna have to do. And now I'm gonna cut another flag. This time going kind of the other way. Put that over here to kind of bookend that. And I'm gonna just cut off the very edge of this because you can kind of see the other one. Okay, so that's really cute. And now I want to use this deco here. Kind of use that like that, and then I'll kind of write in here what I want to track to for the month. Also trying my very best handwriting. Okay, I did my darndest to make that look not terrible. Working on my lettering is totally one of my goals. If you guys have, honestly, if you have suggestions on how to get better at lettering and like what tutorials to do, or if there's like, you know, a practice book that I should be checking out, definitely leave them down below because it's such like a, I always just hate that I like ruin stuff that I really like because of my handwriting, but oh well, it happens. Anyway, I think I did okay, and I really like the idea of tracking all these things. I think that's so fun and would just be really cool to look back on. You know, I have this idea that I'm gonna keep all my planners forever, which I think is probably a little naive because they take up a lot of room, but I love the idea that I could look back on this for years to come and see kind of what I was doing this particular month. And I'm debating whether I should add any other deco in this bottom corner. It does look like a little bare, but maybe that's okay. I don't know that I like any of these pieces of deco for that space. Maybe the deer, but let me see. What do we think about the deer? I think I'm just gonna let this piece stand on its own because it's so cool, and I'll save the deer for my actual personal spread. And so I definitely have plenty left to work with for that personal spread. I have, you know, pretty much most of the stuff besides the bottom washi and a couple of those heart checklists, but really everything else there's a lot left over to use for that. The only other thing I'm thinking of adding is this cute little flag I found in my Happy Planner sticker book. It does have the rose gold foil, and I thought the purple went really well. So I was thinking about just putting that up here in the corner to kind of mark. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. I think that just adds just a little extra touch of something up there and looks really cute. Let me layer it a little better though. Yeah, I think that looks adorable. I really like that. So now I think I'm gonna call it done. So I just added a little bit of shading in there as well. I think that looks a little nicer and makes my handwriting look a little bit less bad. And I think I'm gonna call this done. I'm tempted to keep adding stuff, but I think I'm gonna just call this good. And I love the way this turned out. Let me know down below what you guys thought. And if you've tried doing something like this in the past, or if you're inspired to do so, definitely let me know. I think it's an awesome way to use up kit leftovers or stuff that you know would be kit leftovers in this case. I just think it ends up really cool. So I am definitely digging on this, and hopefully I find these categories and like tracking this way a little bit more functional as well as just looking pretty. So give this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these types of videos. I'm tempted to do something similar in my personal planner. I'm not sure if I'll get to that this month, but maybe for next month. And definitely subscribe to see more videos in general. I do a lot of different planner videos and enjoy bringing those to you guys. So thank you as always for watching. I will be back soon with another video, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.